Hello, I'm Steve from Interact, and whether you're planning a new intranet or looking to revamp an existing intranet, I've got some top tips for you when it comes to identifying content for the intranet. Firstly, let's talk about content. Content is a very varied piece. It's the information that you have on your intranet, the different types and the different formats. Content can be news stories, it can be announcements, it can be policies and procedures, it can be insights into health and well-being activities, it can be information on office and facilities, it can be information on company initiatives, overviews of department roles and responsibilities, colleague profile information, a company calendar, business and social events, the latest on company strategy and performance, guidance for new hires, mission and values, products and service information, learning and development opportunities, and much, much more. There is no one-fits-all description for content. For each organisation, the blend will be different. So, how can you make sense of it? When it comes to thinking about content, there are three key considerations: purpose, audience, and owner. Let's consider the purpose. For each piece of content, ask the simple question: what is the reason for the information or messaging being added to the intranet? Ideally, all content should be supportive of intranet objectives and never published without a clear intent being known. If you don't know why it's going on the intranet, think twice before adding it. Audience. Second question, and just as important, who is it for? What's the expected outcome? Knowing who the audience for the content is will help you write it, present it, and organize it in a user-friendly, intuitive, and ultimately useful way. You should aim to achieve consumer delight and truly focus on making the content work for the end user rather than settling for what is easiest for the author. Be aware of audience expectation and behaviors. If time is precious to them, then the content should reflect this. It should be concise, so they can get what they want quickly and effectively. If they are on the go, then consideration should be given to how mobile-friendly that content may be. A new intranet presents the opportunity to review the format of content and do things differently. Just because something exists doesn't mean that it should come across to the new intranet. Equally, it does not mean that content should come across as is. When reviewing any content, consider if it can be improved in any way, both content-wise and presentation-wise. The owner. A very important consideration. Who is going to look after this content when it is on the intranet? A healthy intranet thrives on the content being added and maintained. It's not just about creation, but curation too. Any piece of content should have a defined owner, someone who is aware of the responsibilities that they have in producing it to the expected standards, as well as maintaining it for as long as it remains relevant. They should also be made aware of any opportunities they have to improve the content and to make it better and more user-friendly and user-focused. An analogy I like to make is consider baking a celebratory cake. When you're going to make a cake, you think about the cake that you want to make. And what is the event you're celebrating? What flavour would it be? How do you want it to look? How are you going to decorate it? You may imagine the look of delight in the recipient's eyes when they see it. You should also consider if there are any special requirements for anyone who may be eating the cake, as you don't want to upset any allergies. Then you make a list of the ingredients you need to make that cake, to make it the tastiest and the best looking cake that you can bake. Once you have identified what you need, you may realize that there are some ingredients that you don't have. You may have some of the right flour and the eggs, but you may be unsure about their freshness and quality. So you go and source the freshest ingredients for what you need. What I hope you wouldn't do is to open the store cupboard and look to make a cake of the ingredients you have there. You might not have enough of the right sort of flour, or enough eggs, or maybe the chocolate chips that you intend to put in the cake are beyond their best before date. So, you wouldn't make a cake with what you've got, you'd make sure that you make a cake with the best ingredients that you can source, and that might mean taking some time to get the quality that you need to deliver the cake that you wish to present to delight someone on their celebration. So, To bring it back to intranet content, intranet content is many and varied in its format and type. The best approach when it comes to thinking about content for the intranet, whether it's a new intranet or one that you're revamping, is to think about what content do I have a proven need for? Who is the audience for that content? And also who is going to own that content and to look after it for as long as it remains relevant. I hope these tips help you. Thank you.